We're talking once again to J.C. Hunsaker, head coach of the Shasta Wolves, Division III AA Regional Bowl champs. Coach, I know Marin Catholic, our opponents this past weekend, had 3 kids going to Division I schools, and that has to do with scouting and stuff like that. At this point in the season, with all that the Wolfpack has accomplished, are there scouts checking out our guys?
I sure hope so. I know Southern Oregon University, where I played football at, they're going to come to practice and watch some of our guys and sit back and talk with the head honchos of our group and say, hey, this is, kind of what we're thinking for our program and yada, yada, yada. But we're just waiting for that big school to take a leap on somebody, Recruiting is a different beast, an animal, especially kind of gridlocked here in Northern California. Bay Area is easier to get that access, and for whatever reason, it's just harder to get kids out of this area to big-time programs. I've been in the now of Northern Section football for 17, 18 years, still in under 2 hands, guys that have received athletic money to go play at a Division I caliber football program, so it's not something that's easily attained.
Well, you look at guys like LaDainian Tomlinson or Le'Veon Bell and guys like that. Those aren't real big guys either.
No, yeah.
But they're real quick, and they can make those moves. Physical, and tough. And I think we got guys that can.
Oh, I do too. I've sent out a lot of our information to schools on the West Coast that are D1, D1 AA, D2, and just haven't gotten a ton of feedback, which is frustrating. And it was surprising to the other coach from Marin Catholic when we're sitting down and having a conversation last Monday in SAC about our guys. He goes, well, who do you got going somewhere and who's looking at him? And I'm like, well, we haven't had any offers yet. He goes, what? He goes, really? I said, no, I'm telling you. He goes, well, this game hopefully will get you out there. And I really hope, we had some really good football performances on Friday night by individuals and the whole team. So
I read the paper, and you said they won that game on every single play.
I'm telling you, it was the funnest game. I just knew we were being physical, and I knew that, we were giving everything we had, but then to sit back after it was all over and just kind of collectively put all 4 quarters together of how we went about playing football, I just took a deep breath, and I'm like, holy crap, our kids just showed up and played every down. Guys were on their backs going, oh, God, I got to get up again and go, and they did. They just found it. It was truly a special night, something that I don't think that they'll ever forget.
You said to me once, it's your job to never go out there and try to outcoach the other team, but I had multiple people tell me at your church on Sunday that they got outcoached. They got outplayed, and they got outcoached.
I guess we had some right calls at the right time, Both offensively and defensively, we just found ourselves in spots where, hey, I can take advantage of this if I go this route. And Kirk did a fantastic job of getting his guys in the right spots. But they have to go execute it, right?
Yeah.
And the same thing offensively. We've got so many coaches with eyes out there collaborating on what we need to do to be successful moving forward and what can hit in this moment. And they give all very valuable input. It is a collective, wholehearted group, and some things at the right times for sure.
I don't know what Ramage said to the guys at half, and you said you were in a different part of the room, but he said something to motivate those guys. Came out and just about shut them out in the second half.
No, just some spot on nails defense. We gave up one play out of what they maybe ran 35 offensive plays in the second half. We gave up one play that I think he would say, hey, I want to take that one off the board. And we gave up a little wheel route in a cover 4 scheme, and our corner's eyes just got a little lost, and that guy threw a perfect in-stride bomb about 45 yards downfield, and that was their only play that had any kind of significance in the second half. So our kids were physical at all 3 levels. Up front, they were fast, they were engaging, they were getting off. The linebackers were reading the holes that they needed to stunt or getting physical rerouting at the first level with the receivers that are getting in their area. And then the DBs, man, they were physically outmatched, but they played better football than the guy across from him. So that was impressive for me to see. And we truly are super proud of our guys.
I'd love to have a moment with Nino. And he told me last week when he did that interview, he said, I know you said you hated when people score on us. Practically shut them out for a second half has got to make you.
The amount of white teeth you could see out there on Saturday night was special.
One of my favorite lines you said last week was, I don't care what colors you wear, throw on the purple for a night. And it sounds like everyone did. I got texts from people from West Valley, from Foothill, that said we're all part of the Wolfpack now.
Yeah, it truly showed up in every sense of the way. I think every one of our league opponents had coaches here and kids representing. We're walking up the hill, and Red Bluffs, a couple guys and coaches, and maybe just random fans, they're walking up the hill behind us trying to get to the gate. Hey, Red Bluffs got your back tonight, guys. Go get them. So, just that camaraderie, and that's what we know we have up here. I've been getting nothing but texts from everywhere about how proud the North State is of what we accomplished Saturday night, that we can show guys that we know how to play football up here. So it's a surreal moment in a sense of taking back, hey, even though we're common opponents on many given Friday nights, man, they knew how to rally and they showed up in full force. It was very special.
Well, it sounded like even the letter with the president from Marin Catholic, even their wolf pack, they're part of the pack now.
I mean, what a class act of a program, getting that, saying the kind things that they said about how we went about welcoming our guests, hosting them, and how we played football in the moment of when you're battling it out. And not just from their president sent an email, the coach called me today and said nothing but great things. And again, they want that cannon to go off for the Wolfpack again on Saturday night. I've never heard another program say that to anybody else, especially when they had such a defeat. I mean, they played great football, but no doubt their hearts are hurting, but they're complete supporters now. So again, that's just kind of the people that they are. And I wish everybody that you played had that outlook on it and that support moving forward. And we would have done the same thing for those guys, They earned the right to play in that game. They had a great year. And if the roles had been reversed and how things finished on Saturday night, we'd be tuning in, supporting those guys, commending them on the job and the young men that they have and the coaches they have in that program and just how they present themselves as a whole. So thank you, Marin Catholic.